Fixit42 bot says welcome. Stream starts in 5 minutes.
We have a bug. That's nice. Something to fix. Let's see.
Fixit42 bot says T minus 4 minutes. Fixit42 bot says T minus 3 minutes. Fixit42 bot says T minus 2 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, all unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, so knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright.
I changed the code and then it breaks. Right. So I updated so that won't happen again. That we have the pause message. Oh. So, I was just checking to make sure we don't have highlights from the 14th, and we don't, right? 13th, and then the rest is just streams. So everything from the 14th is gone forever. There. And I have to also upload this one. I just started this one. I'll have to do that today. Maybe we should keep one of these still here, right? Oh my. Just when I start streaming too. Start falling asleep now. After lunch. So it's 13:30, and I have tea downstairs to get. It's just getting warm. Right. So we were suggested this one from the other thing. Let's close that. So we don't want the stream crash again. Oh, right. So we can close this one. What is this? So I think I had some links. I don't know what this is. Let's close those. Right, yeah, so it's all connected here. This one and these. So let's close it. Yeah, I think it said that was his mom's, right? And that's something else from them, and it wasn't free, but it wasn't terribly expensive either. So I'm not paying this. I don't have that. Then we have like nuts and stuff. So I think this should be okay. I also put this one here, not to forget it. Oh, it logged me out. What if we click that one? So I think that was from the raid. And this was from another stream a few days ago. So we don't have to have that up. Notes. So since we crashed yesterday, I just restarted the computer and stuff, so it took a bit extra time to get started today. This is for Windows. We could really call these just Windows. It doesn't have to do Windows exploration because it's also exploitation, right? So let's tools. And that's enough. There, that's what I want. Alright, so I wanted to check if mine was buggy, but now we can do a fresh one. Yeah, so this one we can skip, but that's why I had a rope here. I was watching that a very thick rope now. But it's great to have a tiny thing to test knots on. Yeah, I'm not tired at all. Oh right, it's the webpage of that dude that makes those videos. I don't think I need that one. We can close it. So we're going back to buffer overflow. We want to finish this one first, of course, right? Oh. Start the VM, and while that it takes a lot of time, but I will go and get something to eat. Let's see if I click this button. Yeah, it actually hops there, right? But that's a bit overdoing it for just getting some tea. Right, so maybe I should have a separate button for the music, right? It's a bit like, if it wasn't the music, I could have used it. And I fixed that bug. So in the code here, first we check if we're remote or not, and then we run. First, we always announce to Discord. That the stream is started getting the data, but I add this now, hiding these two messages in case they happen to be up. So it should work next time, but that's why it paused the message since I updated it. Oh my! Clicked play on the VM, so I'm just going to get the tea. So the window is open, but it doesn't get any cooler inside. It's warm today, though it's also cloudy, so it's like an odd weather. And it's Friday. Friday is always nice. I was thinking maybe I should start streaming earlier, but I didn't have time to. Gee. So, I don't remember it exactly. I did restart, so we don't have anything left from what we did. But from what is in the notes, of course, right? Yeah. Right, so we were going to blind from, well, no. No, we weren't. I'm just thinking of the scripts. So we're not doing that, we're just doing this. Let's just see. So this worked at first, but then it stopped working. So that is why I wanted to restart it, and there is no restart button. So we googled for like someone else who had done it. And it kind of looked like it should work. What didn't work? So let me log into the VM2. There. So we're going to copy this to here. And we need a burp too. Right, I should have fixed the tabs. I could just close all of them, but I was like in the middle of something. Several somethings. It's because come on, burp. There. So let's hop here. And so right, I think we just clicked here to get something because we're modifying the tracking cookie. Tracking ID is called. Why did I do that? I thought this was behind, it wasn't. So here we're getting the tracking one. Right. So yesterday, come on, close. The proxy settings, no. The filter, there. We just closed a few downs yesterday. Too bad it doesn't save, but that's the life of the ones who don't have the full version, I guess. Maybe it still resets that. Maybe there's a setting that I can change. So anyway, this request, we'll just add stuff here. We don't get the message in any way, but if we do real bad stuff like divided by 0, we should get an error message. So if we copy this and paste it here. The copy problem again. Copy it again. Still nothing. Control C, 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 C. Click here, make sure I can type here. No. Oh my god. It was user error. So now we can paste. So I'm so used to the copy not working, so I didn't even think of it could be me. Since this is 1 equals 2, it will do the else, which is a. If we do 1 equals 1, it will do the then, which is divided by 0. So now we have internal server error here. It just doesn't like break the whole page, but I did that too by doing other stuff. So let's take it step by step today, and let's just add Right, yeah, so really what we want to change is the select case after when. Yeah, we don't want that to be that. We want it to be... so I'm copying here from this side now, but we're going to have to edit it because... so we've seen that true and false works. And let's change these now to username, administrator, and we also need to add right. Yeah, so I was like, what is this? And I scrolled a bit, and then I saw them doing something nice. They use from dual, which makes it possible to do password from users. It apparently uses that too with the username then. It's not totally okay, maybe this way of typing. So when we did this yesterday, ours failed, but then the ones that worked at the start failed too, so I'm kind of assuming that something happened to the page. So after the end here, yeah, they have then one else. Yes, they've messed with it. They have a 2 char 1 /0, and then they have from and from dual. So let's test the from dual, because I read about dual the other day. So it's for the stuff when you don't have to have username. Let's test theirs without adding anything first. See if it works. Meaning we do from users. Let's be boring and use capitals. Select case when. I'm just checking that we have the full thing here, or we can just copy it from theirs. I will have to do it again then, but whatever. So I'm undoing. So let's paste it here, and let's change these to lowercase, since they are lowercase in the database. There. So this gives us internal server error. Let's see if we can make this then true. So if we try equals and run this, we get internal server error. And if we do not equals, we get internal server error. To me, this is not logical. So it's one or the other. It can't be neither. So we tested a lot with this yesterday, so I don't think theirs actually works. So we'll get help from this article that uses other stuff. Let's actually check what it is. It says here. I'm assuming like basic information. I'll send it to repeater. So they use the role. Why? Let's see. So if you switch this to a role, the only thing I see is a change of the distance here. And yeah, like the font. Maybe they're just looking at role base. As mentioned in the lab description, vulnerability and tracking ID parameter. So we already tested the true and false ones. We know that it works. They put it down here. Yeah, there is no indication. I was like, what? Why are they doing this? We know this one doesn't give anything back. If it's the same one that we are doing. Or select case, checks for a condition. Right, so they use or instead of the suggested and. From the information, what we learned before we start this one. Yeah, so we're trying to use the divide by 0, but something else breaks it before that for me. The while condition is 1 equals 1, which is true. And they get actual. So we don't get this one, even if we do divide by 0. So it's changed. So I don't know when this is from. It's 2021, so it's 3 years old. So that might be they've changed it, right? Portswig has probably changed it. So we'll see. This might be what they said. Maybe they said use or back then. We see that the condition 1 equals 2, it triggers an error. Looks like the application didn't handle the error properly, which we can leverage. And let's just see what they put in here. Yeah, so they're else, which I thought was the more logical one too. That you have the true as the not failing one. And the error as the else case. But they have a 2 char here that's not in the current one. Well, let's alter the condition to check for first character of the administrator password. Yeah, so let's see. We don't have to use theirs exactly, but since ours, and I mean the Portswig's one doesn't work, you don't get any success from changing this in any way. I don't. Let's see if we can get anything from this one instead. So they have or, which doesn't really matter here because it's not getting any response of these. We just want to see if the error inside of this. So or and doesn't matter here at all in the logic. So let's see what they're doing. They're doing select case when. So select case when, we have that too. And then they have the substring at once. Okay, so this one uses an and in there instead. That's a bit odd. Right, yeah, so I prefer their way of doing it. This is Portswigger's way. So let's do let's build it up from the start, but I'm curious to see what the differences are. So we'll start with the substring, and it will actually be just swapped around a bit. So if we do substring here instead, I will actually cut this and put it here. Wrong place. We want to select case when first. And then we do substring. And let's put an extra one here. We'll see. So substring and the password. Let's do a select here. Select password. I guess I'm using the. It's. I can see the plus of it too, but they're from users. Where. And then we're going to cut this bit and remove the and. And username equals administrator. And let's see here. Yeah. We will want to end that there. Let's see if they do that. Yeah, they do. And then we don't need these spaces. They're just odd to have there. So we don't need double here. I don't see why we would want that. So substring and the select, and then we want to end above here because we want to end the select. The select is ended here. So let's see. Let's logically just check this. So this is the select. Select password from users where username is administrator. This will return us the password. Then we want a substring, and for that we will need another parenthesis here. This is the first parameter of the substring function, and then the substring parenthesis ends here, right? Then we compare this with M, and this is, let's see, I'm just checking it again. This is the end of the test there. So when this is true or false, it will do different things afterwards here. So I think I did this yesterday too, but I want the A first, and then we want the else to be the false. That's much nicer, right? To have true as true and false as false, right? So if this thing here is false, we end up with an error. And if it's true, we do this. But now from users doesn't work because we already have it in there. But I think from is required. So this is why we use dual here. Iskaban. Just a sec. The equals A. Iskaban. Vad var det då? Bättre tidigt, ja. Jag fixar frukost till dig.
Mohammed Shoaib says hi.
Vilket nej? Vad sa du? Okej, jag fixar det jättesnabbt. Hi, welcome in. So, my kids, so I'm thinking this bit, the equals A. Why would we even want this? I'm thinking it is to get this thing here, right? So let's try sending this. And this is the error, and then we reverse this.
Mohammed Shoaib says, are you hacker?
I'm learning. So let's see if this one is also internal server error. First of all, let's actually put this here. Right, so we can see it appear too, internal server error. Let's test adding like there. Let's see if this gives us in both cases too. So if this doesn't work, I will try the exact thing that the other one did. Let's see what they did. They did or instead here.
Mohammed Shoaib says, what are you there?
What I'm doing is this Web Security Academy. So this is a free site where you can practice stuff. Let's see, let's get a link here. So we're doing SQL injection. So the minus first is just to make the TTS not read it. So this is what I'm doing. But this one, yes, we tried yesterday, and what it asks us to do, this example doesn't work. The first one works because we're doing this, it breaks it. But when we do a bit more complicated things, this example doesn't seem to work. So this seems to always be false. And we don't have a better way to test it, unfortunately, because we only get internal server error always. So we're looking at another page here. And see, but this is 3 years old, so it might not work either. But I'm going to try and type this thing now. Let's see if the most of it is the same as what I have now. When they have an extra parenthesis here. Where is that ended? I just think they don't know what they're doing, but maybe it's just that it's buggy. Yeah, and then double here too.
Mohammed Shoaib says why we need to learn SQL injection.
Yeah, it's good to know. So I'm looking for work as a pen tester, so then it's kind of good to know all the details there. So let's see, from users, they have lowercase e from there, but whatever, it's kind of the same, where username equals administrator. They have no spaces here. Let's remove those. Then we have end parenthesis, comma 1, comma 1, and here's the double ones again. And then they have so let's remove everything that's not exactly the same as theirs. Then they have a 1, so let's put a 1 there, else, and then they're making, this might be the thing that makes it work, that there's some kind of bug in it, that there must be a reason they added this. And from dual, end parenthesis equals, they have a 1 here too, then, and they have the comment, and then the session bit. So will this error, they get an okay from this. So apparently stuff changed. This is also, well, it's 3 years old, so it might not work the same, or it's just broken. So I don't want to spend like hours on something that doesn't work. That's
Mohammed Shoaib
nice.
says, where are you from?
I'm from Sweden. I'm in Sweden. Where are you? This query checks for the first character of the administrator's password. Yeah, but this doesn't happen for us. Let's double check it. So also they lied because, oh my god, am I like blind? So we do this way. We do it this way. We do equals. We do this.
Mohammed Shoaib says, do you have WhatsApp?
No. There. So whatever we do, whatever condition we set here, this will always fail, meaning it does not work. Meaning I think they changed stuff or broke it. It's broken. So they're using the Square intruder, as we always get the same response from it, whatever the value is. It works.
Mohammed
work
Shoaib
for
says, I
us.
want to lean hacking.
Yeah, great. There are lots of good sites. You have Hack the Box, you have TryHackMe.
Mohammed Shoaib says, can you guide me? /
Yeah, so whatever I know, I can teach. I can't teach stuff I don't know yet. So here we have TryHackMe. I would recommend starting, just look at a few YouTube videos maybe, and then when you feel ready to do like more organized stuff. I did that first, and then I was like, so all the videos, they do this, go through like the same thing, right? So also I worked in IT since 96, so I know computer stuff already. So I think it is
MMLVX says that reminds me, I need to do THM today to keep my streak.
Right. Yeah, so in the introduction to cybersecurity, pre-security, and then the complete beginner, and everything is not free, but there are free things in here. So if you go through things, you might not be able to get them completed without paying the subscription to. You can also win. For some streamers, they have these lotteries, like Gar and Tiberius does it too sometimes. But Gar just goes crazy on his stream.
Mohammed Shoaib says, can you send me links?
Yeah. So let's do this link too. Actually, there's a command in. Let's do this. So THM. Also, this link, if you use this and you later decide to pay, you will get a bit off, and I will too. So that's that kind of link. So if you use this to sign up to TryHackMe, and you later pay for something, then we both get $5 off. That's the thing there. Right, so I'm doing the offensive pen testing here currently, but right now we're doing other stuff because I'm doing a lot of buffer overflow stuff, and there's a lot of things to learn before I want to finish that bit of it. Voice commands, yeah. So tell me, TTS. I've disabled the TTS command since I'm using the. I usually use Security Live's TTS, but it's down right now. So I disabled the command that says it's TTS, and now we're using the SpeakerBot one. So it is simple SpeakerBot that does the TTS right now. You used to be able to select your own voice and stuff. This is much cooler. I'm thinking of getting a commands command. Maybe I should do it. So if we get back Security Live's TTS, let's do a test today too. Here, let's see. So
MMLVX says okay, THX, just wanted to change my voice
Yeah.
I guess I'll just get used to sounding like a pretty woman.
Yeah, so right now, Twitch has a female voice and YouTube has a male one. Just no reason really. I could put a male one on Twitch too, but this is what I want to use, so hopefully it will work again.
MMLVX says
So
cool smile.
It doesn't work. Yeah, so there's something off with how it works right now, unfortunately. Let's actually close that because we don't want to crash today too. Yesterday OBS crashed. Keeping stuff as just the streaming stuff, notes. We're using Sammy too here, but you can't set the voice unfortunately right now. Though I think I can actually do settings in this to change people's voices. But it's just a temporary thing, I hope. I'll check in and see what the state is later. So anyway, this is a great site to learn. And I think it's like more than 50% of
MMLVX
the
says some other
content
time.
is free.
I didn't mean to disrupt your flow.
Oh, no problem at all. And I was answering Mohammed's questions there about where to start learning. So I think it's more than 50% free, the content here, but I'm not sure because sometimes you can see like a number. So let's close tabs we don't need. So I'll keep that as a reminder that I need to upload the other one. Maybe I should close that one too. So where this one doesn't work, that simply doesn't work at all. And this is what they're telling us to do before the lab here. We could of course do the hint too. It's an Oracle database, right? So this is a good hint. It's an Oracle database. Let's quickly think. Also, we can go to our notes and the SQL injection, and here we have both Tiberius and we have this. What? No, I didn't want Portswiggers one, though we could take that one too. I was going for this. I guess theirs should be good enough. Oracle. So
Mohammed Shoaib says, have you accessed database of this website?
This is a lab. So in the previous one, they switched the database type all the time. So one lab it was Postgres SQL, and another one it is, this one is Oracle apparently. So blind stuff. Select count from version where banner like. Select one from Dual. Yeah, so this is, I already knew it was Oracle because it's the one using from Dual, right? Select count from where did. Yeah, so this is, let's go back and let's do error-based. This is what we want, error-based. Invalid HTTP request.
Mohammed Shoaib says, I want to earn money. Do you have any idea?
There's the bug bounty stuff, of course. I haven't tried it myself, so... but there's these bug bounty sites where you can hack different public things following their rules, and then you can get money if you find problems with the site's errors and things. So then you really should do this Portswigger thing. That's good. I think I sent the link already, right? Didn't I? Yeah. Didn't I send Try Hack Me to YouTube? I think I did, right? No, it's not in chat. Let me do that then. So let's see there. It's bugging. Let's fix this. So here. It still thinks it's... So it is too long message. So it tells me you have to do this many characters shorter. So I finally reached the 0, now I can send it. So that's why I didn't send it the first time, I guess. So if you use that link and you sign up to TryHackMe, if you decide later that you want to subscribe checking the paid content, then you can when you do that you get $5 off, and I do too. Only if you decide to pay. Let's see here. So what is this, right? This is too advanced stuff for me. Let's check the other ones. Actually, I think I'll close that. And we'll go to the notes, and we do this cheat sheet, which is what they made for this, right? So this is the same site where the tasks are. And we can see what's specific about Oracle. String concatenation is done by pipes. Substring is called substr. Yeah. So let's quickly test that, because we actually had substring in ours. So I don't think this is a problem, but testing all the versions of things. So let's go back and check more. Comments. What's this? This is just free space, empty space here. I don't think nothing is a comment symbol. It's just because the others are too. So minus minus is the only way to make a comment here then. Database version. So we can't get anything if we don't successfully do the select star from all tables, select star from all tab columns where table name equals conditional errors. Select case when. Oh, here's the 2char one. So this is where it comes from. Right, so we already have this. We have select case when, and inside this parenthesis is the here it ends the condition, then, well, they turned it around, right? They have null here actually. Select case when your condition here, then that's Microsoft. We have from dual and from dual. So let's just here's the 2char. Okay, let's put it back, right? So let's do null here. Let's put this one here. And they're also using capital letters for this. Uppercase. So let's do that. Else, null, and from Jewel, and Jewel is lowercase. And let's just skip the whole rest of the thing. We can add more stuff later if we want to. And I'm just going to select case when. So all of these parentheses and everything here. So let's just cut this and let's do 1 equals 1. So this should give us an error. And if we do false, it should not give us an error. And this failed at once. Select case when. So this we need, and let's do an and again here, since that's what they are using. And then we have select case when our condition, then 2 char 1/0 divided by 0, else null and from Jewel. And then of course we can like yeah, we could put this in parentheses, which is a kind of smart thing to do. So it's separated from what's it will just happen, you know. And then we can do like equals 1. And let's do it like this because we need it to end that way. So as a test, let's see if this works. We got an okay. Finally. Now we replace this with this test. I'm just running it without testing, without seeing what I want. Yeah, so it's broken again. So undo. Let's making something easier here. And so select, I'll paste somewhere what I have in my copy. Yeah, it's already gone. So just going forward again, then undoing. Yeah, so this is what we were typing. My other screen looks like this now. So select case when. That bit is already there. It's this bit here. I'm sorry for the noise from outside. God, I keep clicking the wrong thing. So let's try select password from users. We're not comparing it or anything, not doing a thing with it. Right? And if we delete this, then we have it true there, or we still have an error. So this should always be false, whatever it is, right? Meaning something in here makes an error that's too hard for it to handle. Because if I delete it, it works. Yeah, this is just crazy. So let's see. Let's search for this task, right? Web Security Academy. And I think the first one, maybe not the same one. This one also says 8 months ago, meaning it's less than a year old compared to the other one. So this is another one. We've done this already. The problem with this one is that we get errors. So this is not the one we want. How come it popped up? That's annoying. So, conditional errors. It has to be the one with conditional errors. 9 months ago. There. So this is the right one and it's less than a year old. Inject a query at the end of tracking ID like below. So this is totally different. I'm going to save, let's make a new notepad. Working. Well, let's also not save the whole darn thing. That's enough with the cookie. So, not working. And now we have this. So I see at once that we have the wrong characters here. I should have done Control H. So we can see here, that we have a select case 1 length password. Okay, then, and with the have else as error. I like that. And from users where, yeah. So they have the whole from bit where it's supposed to be. That's nice. So let's test this one instead. So we have the working one here. It still works, making me see that it is, you know. It works! Look! It worked! It worked! With the select in there. Yeah, nice. Now we have something to work with. So let's do 10 here. Do 15. Let's do 100. So it's not 100. Is it 20? No, maybe 16. So 17. 18, 19. So this is really what we need, right? So let's now do equals to 20. So we know how long the password is. So this works. So let's copy this. Let's take the whole cookie. This is so nice to have a working example. Couldn't they have had a working example on the site so we had something to learn from, right? This is great. So now we can modify it. We have saved the working one. So instead of length, now we'll do subster. And we'll do password still. And it requires the first character, just 1 length, and let's say equals to A, right? So I would assume an error if we change this to this. And if we do there, so we know it is less than A. So if we change this to an A, it's also the same. If we change this to a 1, right? Like so, a 2, a 9. So it is a number here. 4. So we have enough to do our full scripting. Right? Let's do an equals here, and let's make sure that it works also with an equals. So we need to I don't remember what direction I was doing it. There's not so many numbers between here, so we can just test them all. Oh, well, why not? Not in the right order. So it was the 2, we have a correct character hit on this. So now we're going to use the script from yesterday, and we can look for 200 OK as an OK message. The rest is a piece of cake. So we copy the full thing there, and we go and we make a script for it to automate it. And we will use code. We will base it. We will actually add to the script we made yesterday, but we will make sure to have a copy of it. So I'm going to, well, I will overwrite my copy, and let's paste. This is just our backup number 3, right? So new folder, BU, right? We don't want all of the things in the same. It will be such a mess. Number 3. So copy 2, copy 3, and copy working 1. So that's the first backup. Then this is the base, and this is the one we modify. Oh, that. So, first of all, we're going to paste. Let's see here. We don't even have to do a lot. I was thinking to add the time-based bits in here. But just copy again the request. We paste it in here. There. Oh my. It's a bit long, right? So we can delete the get line. So the script would automatically delete the cookie line for us, but we don't want this bit in here, because we want this where we're putting our payload. So this is just to be updated. The payload itself is, let's see here, string 1. String 1 is still up here. Do we use it in more than one place? No, let's paste this one here for now. So this is the payload 1 string, and I will put it in here because it is a bit too much stuff otherwise. And we will wrap these to make a string here, and we will call this, I guess, cookie payload 3. Right. And so this is the substring version of it. Let's see here. It will also need to have this inserted into it at the character point here. There. No, this is the password position. The position is part here. So that's the position. And then we have the character. Yeah. So we're not using the right. So we might need like binary. We need it for the other one. So let's keep that as a comment. But in this case, we don't end with a test password, so we'll make a new line here. I'm kind of thinking I deleted the string 2. No, the string 1. Oh, it's still there too. Will I delete this one before it's even started its life? I think so, because it's messier otherwise. So it is long, but it's okay. So since we don't want this at the end, you know, we just want this bit really. And we're going to replace that. Let's make it prettier. I like this. Right there. There. We need to modify the script down here too. Or rather, it's probably in the right one. So char. Yeah, it's using the char one, so it's a correct test. We don't want the full password so far, which we would want if we did a binary, like binary here. Then we would want the full password. So what else could we possibly need to change? The URL, we need to change the URL. So let's just copy. I'm copying this. To get this, I just clicked here. And let's paste it here. There. Because it's a new number. I could have copied it from here, from host. Also these. So there. Let's see if we forgot something. So we remember it was 2, right? That's the correct one. So it passes 2, something's wrong. Maybe we should start with the numbers. So it passed 2. So something. Oh right, I forgot. So if it passed all the characters, it will just stop because it didn't find the correct character. So what I forgot is to have the test here. It's supposed to be 200 okay, right? That's what we want. So if we get a 200 okay, we know that the character was right. That's it. So if we have a bad test, nothing works. So my tea is already cold. I didn't make it very warm. It's because my throat is a bit of a mess. C, D, E, F, G, H. So I used to not show this, but I think it's kind of like nice to see the payload as it changes and see that it changes correctly. That when we get to letter 2, which we should have already, it would have added a 2 here instead. So something else was wrong. So let's see. Just go through and see that I fixed everything. This one we can delete. I'm like, is this a lost script really? I'm sure I deleted that comment already. Is this not the one which is modified? So that we need, everything will fail unless we delete this one. So let's see, do we have the modifications in this? Cookies. Here. So yeah, so it deletes the cookie line. It deletes the cookie line. We don't have to do it manually. Then let's compare it with what we're doing here. Now let's compare the output line with what works. So this I should make a dark mode notepad, right? So we don't have to have this. Let's now compare it to the one that works in our burp. So to exclude this, it is identical, right? So this should give us a 200 okay. Right, the problem might be that it's not in there. Or that we have a false. We might have a false one, meaning the condition is for failing. So we have internal server error, both up there, but we also have it in the text, right? And I think that that's actually what I'm checking for. I'm checking for the fails. Let's check this. I should have thought of this. So if 200 okay is in, it will return true. If it returns true, test cookies. It will be found. So it's supposed to be something that works. It's supposed to be something from there. Then response text might not contain it, so we'll have to print response text. So let's do that. So let's add a few new lines after. because it might be a mess, right? Yeah, so it's just HTML. Doesn't contain the OK. That's why. So let's hop to the true. So we don't get the header. So what we want to test against here, well, let's stop it. We want to stop against something that's in. So what else does the response have? Dot. I'm thinking like headers. Response headers. Will we get the wrong format, so let's not do that then. Can't plus a JSON with that. So let's just stop it. I just want to check what it contains. It's not that. What else do we have? Dot. Oh, there's the code, right? We can check on the code. Yes, love. So, just a sec. 500. Okej, jag fixar ett radio. Det trodde jag hade gjort det. Jag håller på att lösa ett problem nu, men jag har löst problemet. So I'll get my kid food, but I thought, well, we'll fix this first. So if we scroll up to 2 here, we see it has a 200, right? So this is what we're testing for now. So this one, what was it before? Let's undo instead. By the way, it was status code. Welcome back, right? So I'll re-delete that one. So I won't be like, didn't I delete that? I'm sure I did. Then we go copy and we paste it, and we comment this one, and we go response dot status code equals 200. I think this is a number. We'll see. That's a quick test. So it didn't bug, right? So if this succeeds past the number 2, then I will go and get my kid some yogurt. Actually, I'll go now. Look, it's quick. I have to see. Right, I have to see first. I'm thinking it's an int and then it's a number, or I would have complained about the comparison, and then this should work and we should have the next one. Yeah. So, we still have to fix the second one. We need to change the payload for the full check. There. Let's see now. He'll loss for Morphids and hi. So I'm just deleting that mega long YouTube message that was still in chat for me. So I think he finished eating and I'll be back soon and ask for more food. Now when he runs down with his plate, that's a sign. So right, so this one works and it's used by both the tests. So we don't have to change that. What we need to do is to change the payload here. There's really no test for this one. Right, there is a test. So, here instead, let's make a new one. There's no reason to call this one too. I'm like, whatever, you know? So we just need to add the bits that makes this work. So I'm going to copy the full thing again. And let's put it complete. This is a complete test. So let's put this one here. And let's put these on there. So yeah, let's actually use this one. And delete this one. And this is the string. Well, I guess 2 then, and we make a copy of this. And what we did last time was really to do this, right? Not do this at all. And then the password will already be in here. So the only difference from the previous one is that we want now to do not a substring when the select password from users where username equals the password, the full password equals this. Then, and then the same end. No, we don't need that. Where username administrator. This bit we don't need. We just need select password. And I don't think we need these then. It could make it easier to read. We can keep it. So when the password from user with username admin is the password we have here, then we have found the full password. So for every step here we do, when we have found it, for every found letter we check if we have the full password. So I guess it's time. So since we always change it, right? It used to be it just grows the password. But now when we have more complicated SQL statements, it's nice to see that they update as they should as we run through it. That's not just my kid that's hungry, by the way. I just noticed. I have some bread. 2. Current password 2. And then it continues with digit 2, because it wasn't a full password yet. So now we're going for the second letter in the password. So we will fix the script so it's easy to find any length. We're on the 3rd letter. And we know there's 20 letters. So we can like test that it's good. I'm like, what? Okay, it works. So what does it start with, really? Oh. Look, it doesn't reset. It works though. But that made me like confused when it got past the numbers and continued. Is this good or bad? Let's check the loop. So we should really continue the loop. You should exit this when we get the character. This could break sometimes. It hasn't yet. It breaks when it has a full password. But it just breaks the current loop, right? We need a variable for that. So I've changed stuff as it's grown. Let's scroll down to where it is at. So it's continuing here. You don't want to wait as long to test the password that you already know, right? So GHIJK. It didn't start at A again, or whatever it starts at. It's creating a string here. ASCII letters plus digits. So it's lowercase first, I guess. But this is from string. A cute bug that doesn't break the script. Why doesn't it break it? Because if it has not found, because found char is set to true. That's why it doesn't break. Yeah. So after this, we need to set a new test here. So yeah, on this lever. So this we need to replace, oh gosh, hopping between C# and Python. Replace with variable. And it's not necessary, it still works, because it will only give this message to when it doesn't find another character later. So it still works, it still aborts. So it doesn't really necessary. Let's do not needed, really. But the next one will speed it up a bit. Let's just break here. It's just scary to do it. Break. Start at, you see, still the wrong comment. Start a day again. And phone char says false here. So I could have this as an if found char, but we don't need to because we already found it. So this found char is only for this, so that we break at the right place. We already have a variable here, really. So found char set false here. For it to stop here. It's a bit ugly. So the position we added yesterday to be able to do these the ones where we step through one letter at a time. Substrings. So, oh my. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, something is odd. So it added an extra character. I think the reason is this that we just found, because it didn't set it to not true, right? So the last digit there is the last one that it tests, and it's still in the buffer, and it's not reset as it should. So this is the actual password. So let's go to the web page, do administrator and password, and we solved the lab. But we want to fix the script too, right? So let's go through the logic here. It would be nice to test this on a site that has a shorter password. So also what it didn't say we found the full password. So the problem could also be that the test for full password failed all times. Even the last one, it was the full password. But it only adds this if the character tested. I'll just F5 it. But first, let's just... I'm thinking it can run while we do other stuff, you know. Continue with the next one. So this break doesn't do anything really. Maybe we should fix that. We didn't end up in this place though. So the complete check didn't work. Yeah, let's we can cheat. We have the password. This is 20. So let's do 19. And let's delete 2. And we'll just continue where we said it. Yeah, I have it in the notepad to write the password, so we're not losing it. If it scrolled past, you know, too many lines for the buffer. Oh look, current password, and then it go to the last letter. So 6 is the last one. Now it starts at A, see? So we fixed this problem here. That it didn't start it at A after finding a letter. So now it starts at A. Or I would have found it at once. We unoptimized it. Current password. And that's actually the full password. So here it's supposed to find... Alright, so let's do 20 here. And let's do 5. So we can just test the end. I want to see what it looks like now. So it's going through letters after it's already found the full thing. And when it doesn't find it, when it finds that none of the characters in its database of characters works, the last one the last test here will be the 9. And it doesn't print anything out. This is just the last test. So really, in this case, what we should do, because this is an okay case, you know, we might not have a good test here, so we're just printing password. The password is plus password. So sorry for restarting it, but we might fix it still. I'm just eating it too. Can't type when I have bread in my hands. Yeah. Again. So yeah, because of the niceness of the statement, let's do it the other way, right? Because the not is better to have at the end, so we know exactly what it means. That is just for one of them. And then we do if full found. Else, in this case, would be that it is not found car, meaning it went through all letters, print. Oh my god. This could nah, let's do couldn't find any more matching characters. Right, so that's why it stopped here, and here it stopped because it found the actual full password. And both are okay. Okay ways to end. This one doesn't do anything. So it will still break the loop, but it will, after the loop, it will go to this, and then it will go to the internal loop. And this is what we need to break from here. So look, now it says the password is that we added. And next time, if it breaks this time, this way, it will say couldn't find any more matching characters. So add characters or fix full password test. Let's do a new line here too. So let's see what this looks like. It will be kinda quick. It's just a few. I won't have time to eat this all, right? Very easy and logical, and variable names that you can understand, right? So now testing a character more than it should because the test was not functioning. We know that this is a full password because we're logged in with it, you know? So, the password so far is... Not the password is. Couldn't find any more matching characters, add characters, or fix full password test. So, we're reminding ourselves that we need to check the test too. So, this is a test. So the substring works, but we don't get full one here. So, select case when select password. To be able to test this quickly, we're going to add the 6 and do this 21. So the next character to test is 21. No, that won't work, because then you will never find it, right? You will never do the test. Test possible password party cookies. This works. Good. This is for the specific band that we've already solved. But I'm curious. What in this does not work? Let's try it. So, we go into burp. Right? So we have logged in, we have solved the lab. But we want to test this. Why does this not work? So, select case when... and instead of substring password, maybe it's just password. This might be the thing. Password equals... Did I still have it here? No, I didn't, of course. So we have our notepad with the full password here. I'll just delete the rest of the letters here. There. So the full password is this. So that's the problem. Now we solved it. So we're not supposed to do select here. It's not necessary. We have the select before there. So we already have select. So it's just password. It's just a case when, password, then, else, and from users where. Yeah, I like this. It's logical and nice. Apparently this is what didn't work. And didn't work. It breaks it once. So this time we should get the other message of our if at the bottom. Oh. So the password is what we should get now. When it comes to number 6. So uppercase letters and then numbers. My god, it's noisy outside. I didn't notice until now. Focused. Come here. Come here. Come on. No? Didn't work. What did I do? Didn't I change it? I'm checking it. Select case when password equals. Oh. Oh. Do you see? It's the wrong variable. That's the problem. That's the problem. Oh, that's so stupid. The other one might have worked, but I don't think so. Maybe not. I have to test. So let's undo. Did I test it? No, I didn't. Just to see now if this works. I know it's not necessary. Space, select password, and let's run that. Yeah, so it didn't work. So our updates were necessary. That's good to know. So we're not doing stuff useless. So it's testing passed. What did I do? Did I do it wrong again? What's the bug? Now I need to know. Password? Password. Then, so I'm going to put the actual one here. Oh. Let's do it in a place where it doesn't matter. It's the same. I'm sorry for getting stuck. So I'm thinking, what are we sending into here? Is it the wrong thing? It's a password. And then it does password full. Current password. And the current password, when it found, is this. And this is the same as this.
Fixit42bot says thanks for the lurk Cypher Enigma.
Hi, Cypher Enigma. You're lurking before you
Fixit42bot says
unlurking
welcome
now.
back Cypher Enigma. Cypher Enigma says GM.
Good morning. Oh yeah. Okay, you don't have to lurk before you unlurk. I was just kidding. So I did this test.
Cypher Enigma
So we already
says
have a
I know I am
password.
just having fun.
Good. Oh. So we're just retesting the last letter because the test for the full password at
Cypher
the end
Enigma
didn't
says
work.
Sklee fuzzing again.
Yeah. So this time it is error based. So it's, as long as we get an okay, it's okay. But if we have like a bad password here, it will internal server error. So that's the new thing here. So let's see. It didn't work again. Oh. Yeah, so it's printing it here when it's testing it. No, let's look here. So before we call password tests cookies. That's a bad name. With the payload. Let's print the payload. This is annoying. So I want the final test to work too, right? So that's why. Oh gosh, I see it. Oh gosh. So I'm plussing it with the old payload. Of course it doesn't work. It didn't remove the variable name. So when we get to the payload here, it will show that it's bad. Let's restart. Oh god, oh god. That's so funny. I was adding this to the start of it. Yeah, I'm glad I did this, or I would have had this still in there. Like a nice, very nice bug. So we can delete this line and we can delete these. I'm sure it will work now. I was like, wait, doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? I said this should work. I tested this in burp. Exact same thing. It should work, right? So now we have full password found. Finish password reversing. The password is. Yeah, so we can remove the full password found now because we have changed the output to be at the end here instead. So when we don't find any more matching characters, we give this message: add character fix for password test. So this one, let's just comment it. We have variable instead that is full found there now. We can delete it. And this is for if we have parents. This is for cookies. So and this one should be empty, and this should be 1. Start testing the first character. We're not running it again. I just want to reset the script. Like it's good, right? These are for the parents, these are for cookies. So let's see what the next one is. Let's also take a backup. Am I like in the wrong place? There. So save. I can close this. That's a time based. We might need it later. No, let's actually copy it. So copy. So much places. Where's paste? Okay. Paste. So this is number 4. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I liked the syntax of this one. It was nice. So this is debugging. So and works. Yeah, let's do some more debugging of this one. So we have a working one here. If we replace the start here with and, it gets an error at once. And we do or. So we need to concatenate strings because it is a string here. Yeah. So the other, this is Oracle. The others are not as they don't care as much. So we need to string concatenate. And we need a string concatenate at the end because we're adding a string in between two string parts. Because we need to stop with this character here, right, for it to be successful. If I remove that one, we get an error again. So this works. Logical, nice. Also, if we remove toChar and just have we can put it in parentheses here. Will this work? It's also an error. So it's much more secure, really, the Oracle one then. Because it's case sensitive. That would give us a number. So we have to toChar it, and here it is also an empty string. We're adding it to it. So if we were to do, let's run this, and then we do add stuff here, it's also okay. But now we gave it a bad tracking ID. So yeah, interesting. So Oracle is case sensitive, or like type sensitive, I mean. It's checking types in the SQL, and if it's not the correct type, it will error. So if we put a 0 here instead, this will get an internal server error because it's the wrong type. This should not work because it wants this. So now I'm curious. So what if we had used these all over the place? It won't work, right? But just to test stuff, we're getting an error. So I'm just undoing. There. Very interesting. Is there anything else we could test here? So this is a full password here. We're sending. Good. Learned stuff. And this is where we found this. We checked someone else's solution that was less than a year. The first one we checked was old and it didn't work. So this one is now solved. And let's continue. Extracting sensitive data via verbose SQL error messages. Misconfiguration of the database sometimes results in verbose error messages. These can provide information that may be useful to an attacker. For example, consider the following error message which occurs after injecting a single quote into an ID parameter. Unterminated string letter started in position 52 in SQL select star from tracking where ID expected car. This shows the full query that the application constructing out using our output. We can see that in this case we're injected into a single quoted string inside a where statement. This makes it easier to construct a valid query containing malicious payload. Commenting out the rest of the query would prevent the subclause single quote from breaking the syntax. So, extracting sensitive data via verbose SQL error messages continued. Occasionally, you may be able to induce the application to generate an error message that contains some of the data that is returned. So, split focus. I'll just have to see if it's uploaded the file. My brain said, check this. So, it is uploaded. That's what I thought. So let's... Jag ska bara... Jag kommer snart. Jag ska bara göra en sak. So let's just go to video producer and click upload for the next one. Because they expire today. So here, this one is finished. It was just 30 minutes. So I thought it would probably be done. So let's just click export public on this one. So and this one we will want to do highlights on later, I guess. This is the first for buffer overflows. I wonder what I missed. So when I do the highlights, I usually just like push these out to the ends, and then I start like lazy watching. So I'll go check with my kid. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to watch the last Lord of the Rings in a bit. I'll just go make pancakes for my kid and then I'll be back. Let's bring this down. I'm just microwaving them 2 minutes. So. So we've set the time to watch the movie in like an hour, so 1 hour more of playing. Extracting sensitive data via verbose SQL error messages. Right. You may be able to include induce an application to generate an error message that contains some of the data that is returned by the query. This effectively turns an otherwise blind SQL injection vulnerability into a visible one. You can use the cast function to achieve this. It enables you to convert one data type to another. For example, imagine a query containing the following statement. Yeah. Often the data that you're trying to read is a string. Attempting to convert it to int is an incompatible data type, such as int may cause an error similar. Yeah, I saw when I read here the error messages in front of my eyes. Oh, that's such a funny thing. Right. So this labs contains an SQL injection vulnerability. The application uses a tracking cookie, so it's the same tracking cookie. Performs a SQL query containing the value of the submitted cookie. The results of the SQL query are not returned. The database contains a different table called users. To solve the lab, find a way to leak the password. So we're going to convert it to an int, right? That's funny. Oh, this is fun. I'm sorry for laughing all the time. So we'll see what we'll do with this. I'm thinking we could my god, wrong character again. Oracle. Oracle error based. Right. And I'm going to move. Well, let's actually. And this is just a normal cookie one. And actually it's here. This is a inject into a cookie called tracking ID, right? So let's get a bit organized, right? That's what we're doing here. The session is just something else there. Then this bit, here we have checking success by status code. By HTML text. So this is the same always, unless we want auth, we'll have to enable it there.
Fixit42bot says new follower Pabster.
Welcome in.
Less than
welcome
3.
in. Pabster. Trying to pronounce it. So, and here's the one we just used. So
Pabster says I'm studying for my CompTIA A+.
Okay, great.
Pabster says good luck to you.
Thank you. So good luck to you too. I don't exactly know what A+ is. Is it like in regular computer stuff? So let's. Yeah, I think it's better like this, really.
Pabster says most basic IT cert. Emma new.
Yeah. So I worked with IT since '96, and I played with computers since 10 years before that, at least. So if there's something you want to know, let's just ask. Let's see. So this is SQL stuff. SQL injection stuff. Right, so we click to start the lab. It always takes a bit, so we're going to go to our Kali machine here and go to this web page. And we'll just click anything. I'm clicking the login since we're going to log in as administrator. That's the task. So, but any page should do. Since we're using burp as a proxy here, meaning that anything that is requested here is requested through burp. So burp has a copy of all of the things that we're requesting from our normal browser. Then we can see here in its HTTP history, we can see when we got the tracking cookie that we're going to play with, inject into. And here we also got the session cookie, but this is the one that's interesting for us. And we click login, so we get it in a request here. So we're just sending this to the repeater tab here of burp. And here we can send it and modify it and send it again. So to make an error, I'm kind of thinking this might be very simple. It might also not be very simple. What we will probably need to do first is to add 2 of these and do stuff in between here. So first of all, let's see if this works. I clicked the wrong button. So we still have a 200 OK. If I do AND here, so it seems like we have another oracle. If we do a plus here, we get an internal error. So we're probably still on Oracle. So let's see if we look here at string concatenation. I think it disappears. So this one also uses this type. We'll see. We'll see what we get. So we have. Let's add something here, right? Let's add 2 more of these, and in between here we're going to add something. And this something might just be to how did they convert to int? So let's see. As int, cast as int, right? So let's test this simple thing, and let's type in here. Let's cast and right, so they have used inside each other like that, and outside of here as int, I'm thinking as char, and we do a mega big number and see what happens. And if we do a let's look at the page. Visible error-based SQL injection. So undeterminated string literal started at position 95 in SQL select from tracking where ID expected char. So it is expecting char, and we're trying to convert to char. We're just doing an odd thing. So what if we do 12 here and we send this? And I will have to do a error H4 maybe. So I want it to automatically hop to what we're finding. So if we do something else here, yeah, so there are too many parentheses. That's good. We're getting actual error messages. Near input, near end, syntax error at end of input. So what I had before was just a lot of numbers, right? So let's undo, because I deleted something that was odd. So this one we got a longer message from. So unterminated literal started at position 95 in this string, right? So now I'm too curious here to just stop and continue. I have to know if it actually meant this. $70, $80. $5. To force. There's probably something else wrong here too. We could have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now it ends at the right place here with 5. So unterminated string literal. Or might it be this? No. I'm just curious. That's why. I guess that's the cause of learning, right? Curiosity. So let's just do something So why did I have 2 parentheses there? Cost. So let's actually do it. Cost, select, cost, as in, this will still not work. But we have another problem, right? I tested to see if we could get something. Well, whatever, let's just do what we want to do. We want to do select the password from users where username equals administrator and we have the user password. That was just easy, very easy. It looks like a password at least. Let's test it, right? Though I have to read the whole thing. I don't trust it when it's that easy. Yeah. Did I type it right correctly? I don't think this is it. Did I even copy it? Yeah, that's not it. That's from there. Yeah, so it's not the password, it's just this. I was like, this is wrong. This is too easy if it would have worked. So we would have to... We had an error before, you know? So how would we make this a problem instead? Because this is what they did, right? So let's see. Select star from tracking where ID equals, and then we have our whole thing here. So there, okay, we need to comment the rest maybe instead. So let's just check what commenting in it is dash dash. Now we will know if it would be Postgre and if it would be Oracle. So if we were to comment stuff here, instead of this we have dash dash, right? And we will get from users where cost did cut it off, right? Oh, it's so annoying when you can't go back. User where. Oh gosh, so sorry, I have a bit of tummy ache. Maybe I should eat something more. So we still have 95 always. This did not do any change. Let's make something shorter. Much shorter. So, no errors. This means that it is Oracle then. So we have Oracle. Because these characters and this type of comment. So if I were to do this instead, we get an error. That's not a comment character. So we can comment whatever else we want. So let's just comment the rest, right? And so I'm thinking what we just used, we might build on that. Terminate string literal. So let's delete these and see what we get. It's still 95. So what if I do this? We still have 95. So cost select password from user where you. So cost password select no more. So select password from users where username administrator. This should give it the string. It should be pleased and it should not error us, right? And terminate the string literal still. Okay. So now we're not stopping the string. And if we were to do like this, would not give an error because we're in a string. So we need to stop that string, of course. I don't get where this expected car. It expects only one character, maybe. Why? So if we just do this, it works, right? And if we do, I just have to save that paste before I copy something else. We just have it up on the other page here now. So let's actually look a bit at the Oracle stuff here. So let's learn about it. So we add strings together with this. We can substring like this, right? So let's actually do this actual thing from the example instead of this, and just like make sure that this works. It should add 2 characters to the tracking ID, and we don't get an error. This is correct syntax, right? So we have the comments. We have a version. How to get the Oracle version. Select star from where? Maybe. Maybe we need to do something like this around the table name. But if we tab to this is what I was thinking here. So select password from users, where username, and we have these around administrators. That is like a data, so it's kind of similar. And this is a conditional with the from dual. So now Oracle. Or is this the Oracle? Because this is what we're going to do, you know. This is what our thing is. So let's open this one too. I'm curious not to see what he has. Yeah, repairs. So let's test this one. This is supposed to identify, right? Now I'm there. So we're finally at 97. That's interesting. So we're testing add 2 hex 1 equals 1, which is not yeah, it will expect car instead of. This should give us a boolean. So let's cost. Cast. I guess we should cast as char. Let's remove this one, though I'm kinda... Something fell. So I'm starting to be a bit stressed. Not that we have to finish this one. I would just love to, but I've promised my kids to be with them later. Let's open this up so I'm prepared. So no one online. So, SQL tracking where ID did expected car, right? Cost error invalid input syntax for type integer. So we don't manage to do this. So let's just copy the thing and let's put this here. So it might be a cost select. I'm opening up wrong screen. So I'm thinking, should I copy? No, let's not copy. Let's type again, I guess. Password. From users, of course. So this is their example. So what if we remove full bar? So we were at 95 before. We're still at 95. And this does not change anything. It's still 95. What happens if I do that? Nice. That's a much better one. So if I remove this, and we do this, we get this error. If I delete a bit of this, there. So I want my own notes. I think I had like note for Oracle. Union select null username Yeah. But what about the group concat? What's this that? So, what if we... It's talking about a subquery here. So, what if we do like limit 1? I don't know if it can do things like that. We're just testing. Now we have unterminated string literal started at again. Why is it unterminated? So I'm like, what's up? So I'm going to copy that bit and we're going to Google because I'm curious about this error message. So it is our lab. Yeah, it has been truncated. Yeah, so this is why it worked better when we deleted characters. So let's just delete the full thing again. And we'll see. Okay. So delete the whole thing and it works. So then we don't know if this is administrator because
Rizaparepa
we have
says OK
limited
or
space.
gelato poi parlamo di tutto quel che volete crive 3K 3KW.
Oh, sorry. No, not the good TTS today. Not the good TTS today. Sorry. It's down. It works this far, but maybe this is... So, run Windows. Wait, maybe I'll test something else later with it.
Fixit 42 bot says time to move it, move it. 5 table push-ups redeemed.
Sure. Let's just test if this is the correct password, because there's no space in here for the limited space to test, right? So it is the correct password. I don't like it. What I don't like is that there's no way for us to... I just limited to 1, right? And that was enough characters for that. But there's not enough to do administrator too. I'll just do a quick bathroom break, then we'll do push-ups. So, right, I should push this out of the way instead. Maybe the other way. So, let's see here. This way. Oh, so 10 push-ups and 5 push-ups. So it's different. So I'm not in good shape, so I might do the lower, we'll see. I mean, I'm a bit sick, I think. But this is easy, so. Eight, 9, 10. So let's actually, I don't know how many times it's been wrong now, but I have noticed it. And we just finished this one. So let's actually fix it. Let's fix it. So the messages for these. Right, this one says 7, and this one says 5. And this is 15 squats. So I changed the numbers. 7. And this is 10. This is just names. Actually, let's remove the numbers from these, right? So I don't have to change 2 places. Now we can go into the messages. So this one is 7. Let's do 10. And let's update this one instead. Later. This one doesn't have a message yet. So I think I have to right click and do copy sub action. There's no Control C, right? So can I Control V here? I can, so probably Control C works too. So there. And this one. So you can do sit-ups today, but I'm not going to jump at least. So this 15 now. And table push-ups is supposed to be 10. Maybe we should increase it again because that was very easy with 10. And I'm out of shape. And here we need to change this one instead. So it's platforms. Here 7. This needs to be 10. So I only had 3 from the start, and then I increased it because I had like a inflammation in the tummy muscles. So otherwise I would have had like much higher numbers. So high jumps is 10, 15 squats, 10 push-ups, yeah, and sit-ups. Oh, I had to change it in 2 places in here. I guess. So I want these to be visible for here, right? Or maybe we can pick it out. Oh, if we look at the action history here, and we go to this one, the 5 table push-ups, we can see that it has a name and a prompt, and that we can get this data, right? So we don't really need to have several actions. So if we have the reward prompt, that's the important bit. And I can do this with code instead because it would be easier. So it's 13 minutes to my kids watching movie time. What? Here. My favorite. So let's save. It probably failed its compile, doesn't matter. We're just getting this. So this is the string, and we want, instead of this, we want this in here. Now we could compile it successfully, right? We'll have to test. Right, so this is not full. We need to do the get thing. I'm sure like Stream Start, it has one of these. CPH, get global var now. So, not that kind of thing. Where am I getting variables? In the chat, for example. Twitch, chat spam, code. This is it's args. So actually, and then we go to our sit-ups in this code, and we switch it to this. And now this should compile. Yeah, so it's just a string so far. We need to do, I was just seeing if C# was, well, in C that would be okay, I guess. I think so. CPH does, I think it's send message. And let's just delete that. And very simple. Compile, save and compile. And let's disable that one. And now when we disable share setups or test trigger share setups here.
Fixit42bot says time to move it. 10 share setups redeemed.
Yeah, so now we don't have to have the text in here, right? We also can put all of them in here. So we have, my god, channel rewards, and it is share setups, high jumps, table push-ups, squats. There. And let's delete this one. Delete subaction. So then we can delete this. Table push-ups. There. So we only have this one. Let's actually add this one too, because it's also a move it. How hard could it be to find delete in the menu? Now this is move it redeems. Move it. There. So all of them here. So if we redeem here, share setups, test trigger.
Fixit42bot says time to move it. 10 share setups redeemed.
And then we test trigger high jumps.
Fixit42bot says time to move it. 10 high jumps redeemed.
And if we test trigger this.
Fixit42bot says time to move it. 10 table push-ups redeemed. Fixit42bot says time to move it. 15 squats redeemed. Fixit42bot says time to move it. Redeemed. Cypher Enigma says lol.
Do we have to do all the things now too? Now we can have high jumps here, and we'll use the prompt. We're testing it with the high jumps. Right? So high jumps is now called this.
Fixit42bot says time to move it. 10 high jumps redeemed.
So the prompt there. I'm still like, did it update it? So if someone would really redeem this now, I would not notice. So I don't want the number in here, so I just have to change it one place when I do have a more tougher exercise. So let's do, which one did I start with? This one, right? It still says criteria here. I'm curious about that. Yeah, it says high jumps here. So it is all the details there. And also if I were to disable one of them, so the name of this, if I double click, is table push-ups now, but it says here. So we'll see if anyone ever redeems
Fixit
this
42
one.
bot says time to move it, move it. Redeemed.
That one broke. That one broke it. So when we test trigger it, well, we
Fixit
already
42
did.
bot says time to move it, move it. Redeemed.
Remove it redeems. Twitch channel reward. The prompt is nothing there. That's the problem. So it doesn't have a prompt. So it is not the code's fault. It's that I forgot to put a prompt. Now.
Fixit 42 bot says time to move it, move it. Go IRL stream running redeemed.
So. There. So, simplified it a bit, right? We can put more fun redeems instead. So, since my kids want me to watch a movie with them in 4 minutes, let's keep it started still. So, who's gonna start streaming and take over so I can read them? Who? So let's click this once we get to Twitch. And we can see, do we have anyone here? Right, we need to mute it too, because it will be an echo. Keiko. So, Shadowrunner. He runs with his dog in like mountains and stuff. It's kind of fun to watch. But it's not really techie stuff, right? So, I'm like, it's stupid to raid Pirate Software, right? Let's do Naughty. Who should we do? Who should we raid? He's playing games. If he was doing like screaming stuff, we could raid him. So I have raided Andreas, but he's also doing game. I don't know. We probably raid him. So if you look at how many people there's there, you know. Oh, this is fun. I can like this. That looks fun. Yeah, let's do it, Andreas. So, let's there. Copy. Jag slutar nu gubben, jag kommer. So I'm gonna copy the URL there too. So it's kind of cool. He's making like his own game engine, I think. It's a bit cool, right? Yes, I don't want to raid people with a lot of people because that won't make a lot of difference. Let's hop back here. So, like everybody, it's kind of funny to see myself say bye. Let's click the read now button. It's here. I can see it. So, have a great day, everybody. And see you. I don't know if I'll stream this weekend. At least on Monday. Bye bye.